Welcome back. I think I may have figured out a solution to my microphone situation, so we're going to see how this works. Today, I felt something familiar that I felt before, and it brought me to a place that I don't know that I've been in probably about 10 years. 9, 10 years. And that was the last time I felt like checking out. Now, I'm not suicidal, anything like that. Okay, I won't say anything like that. I was in a very bad spot in 2014. I had a plan. And you know, when they say if you have a plan, that's the critical point when you're talking about suicide. So I called a friend. I called the suicide hotline, the National Suicide Hotline. I shouldn't be laughing. But do you know they never answered? I was on hold for like 30 minutes. So I decided to join. I'm sure they still have it, but they had an online thing for a chat so that you could chat with someone. So I thought maybe that would be easier for me to speak to someone. So I distinctly remember I had my pink laptop on my bed and I logged into the chat and it said that there was a hold time. And I don't remember what that hold time was. But I decided that my situation was a little more dire than holding. And I'm glad I did that for myself because I called a friend. She came over. And she stayed with me until I felt better. The next day, I called my therapist. She got me in with a psychiatrist. Oh no, I think that was actually when I first started seeing my therapist. Was during that critical situation 10 years ago. Holy shit. I got a medication. I started going to therapy on a regular basis, and I saw that therapist from 2014 up until 2021. The thing that sparked, and I mean, there were multiple things, and this was not the first time that I felt that I was in crisis mode. But I was feeling alone. I was feeling rejected. I had gone through a breakup. I felt hopeless in my surroundings, even though I had just purchased a townhome. And I thought, I'm not worth it. Today I had that same feeling. Why am I not worth it? And that's a question that I can never answer. And ultimately, I think I am worth it. But why Or how do I allow certain individuals to make me feel or to lead me to feel that way? And of course, this is almost always in a romantic setting, and I think that at this point I should stop I should just stop. I'm sure that a lot of the things that I'm saying right now are jumping to conclusions. But I find myself sometimes doing amazing and knowing that I'm a great person and that I help others and that there's just no one like me, you know? And then other times I allow myself to think, what have I done? What am I doing with my life? What's my future going to be like? And in 2 days, will mark 1 year since my dog passed. I lost 2 dogs last year. One infinitely more devastating than the other. Not that I didn't love the other dog, but he was only with me for a year. And I think in my heart that he went back to his original owner when he passed. I had that dog with me for so long that I don't make decisions without considering her. I didn't. And this past year has been filled with let me interject here because I notice I'm starting to sound more nasally and I'm not just on the tail end of finishing up with a little illness. So I apologize for the heavy breathing and getting considerably more, sounding more stuffed up. Maybe I'll try to pause this here and see if I can start back. Hi, I'm back. Yeah, ultimately, I'm just dealing with missing her terribly, having regrets, all the things I shouldn't have. And ultimately, I feel like, what's the point? And again, I don't have, I'm safe. I'm safe. I don't have a plan. I'm not feeling like I don't want to wake up tomorrow. But I think that other people can relate to the kind of lackadaisical feeling of being tired. I'm tired. When I think back on my life, holy shit, I've done a lot. And I'm not even 50. I've done a lot. For someone in their mid 40s, I think I've done a lot. There's people that have done way more than me. But I've done a lot and I've experienced a lot. And your girl is tired. And the way that things are now, it doesn't look like I'm going to have a cushy rest anytime soon. Meaning, like, I need to go back into probably corporate America because my savings are gone and I need to build back up that cushion. But there's no but. I need to do that because anything else is just not paying. Even corporate America is not paying. I don't know if anybody's looked for a job recently, a remote job. They're paying trash. I don't know how people survive off of it. And I'm going to be one of those people wondering how I survive off of it. But I'm looking at that, and I know in my past that I have said to myself that I could go back to work when I'm older. I can go sit at an office when I'm older. But that's now I don't want to do that. I don't want to be bothered. I'm tired. Is anyone else tired? Especially any other Americans from the United States? These past 4 years, not even these past 4 years, since, I don't know, 9/11, I feel like we've just been having thing after thing after thing in the country. Um, we've just had a consistent national level of trauma for a while now, for quite some time. If you think about your parents or your grandparents, some of them have gone through wars, big wars, but it's been one event or two events. If I think to my parents, I think the only event they had was the Vietnam War in their generation. And then, I'm sure I'm missing something. Um, there were terrorist attacks in the 80s, but they were not on U.S. soil, not anything like a 9/11. That was a national tragedy. And then before that, our grandparents probably experienced. I know my grandfather was in the Korean War, but again, that wasn't stuff here. And then I don't know about, relatives that experienced the plague. Maybe I'm just too cushy, too first world that this seems like a lot. But I feel like as a country, we've gone through a lot of traumas. We all had to experience 2020 and what was going on, no matter what side of the mask game, what side of the vaccine game, what side of the political game you were on, the racial, all of it. It was a lot for us. Aren't we tired? Are you tired? Cuz I'm exhausted. I've been, as I mentioned, from 2014 to 2021. I was in therapy working on myself, trying to get over just the trauma from my childhood and abuse and abandonment and all of those things. I was just trying to get over that, which some people don't. But then on top of that, having all of these other things happen, and then add my life onto it, plus my own adventures, your girl is tired. And I just don't know that I ever catch up on sleep. And maybe this is what happens in your 40s. I don't know because this is my first time. But I'm kind of over it, you know? It's like, okay, I watched enough of the series. I'm good now. I don't have to finish it, right? If you're reading a book, and I guess well, some of us are this way. If you're reading a book and it's just not really catching your attention, but you find yourself halfway through it, how many of you continue to read the book because you got to finish it just to have something to show? And how many of you are like, no, I'm good, return it to the library and read something else? I'm the one who's returning it to the library. It's not bringing me any joy. It's exactly, I have an episode about a psychic reading that I had, and the joy card was pulled. And I stopped the guy giving the reading and told him, I'm not getting any joy out of this reading, but I think that this card is all I needed. It's just a reminder that I need to not do things that don't bring me joy. And right now, this life is not bringing me much joy. Maybe my expectations are too high. I don't know. Something to think about, though. Something to think about. So, yeah, the next couple of days I think are going to be difficult for me. I miss my dog, and I don't know how to cope. I've had so much grief. I don't know how to cope. So, I'll probably just be procrastinating and ruminating and all the other atings for a few days, and then maybe I'll snap out of it. We'll see. Um, Thank you for listening. Happy holidays. I'll probably record again before the new year.